adult Sunday school leaders. I did make it back from the Clemson, South Carolina area back to Whitehall, Arkansas. And it is certainly good to be back in a normal routine of things. Of course, we do miss the kiddos and the grandkiddo and the grandkiddo-to-be. But it is good to be back in just a normal routine of things. Hey, we are continuing in our series entitled Unstoppable Gospel. This week we're in session 3. The title of the lesson is called Unstoppable Love. We're looking in Acts chapter 2, verses 41 through 47, and the point of the lesson is that loving people is a powerful expression of loving God. Hey, a couple of things to talk about this week. First, if we look down in verses 44 and 45, we see that they had the early church, they had everything in common. They sold their possessions and gave to those who were in need. And so the initial question comes up, was the first church based on socialism? And the answer to that is no, not socialism, of course, as we know it. But what the early church did is, as each person decided in their heart to do, this was not a mandated thing. And in socialism, of course, that's a mandated declaration to where people have to give up money to go to other people. And so that was not the case here. It was completely voluntary. Now, another point I want to look at is that not only did they have everything in common, but they actually did life together. We see that they broke bread together in each other's houses. They prayed together. They did life together. And so I want to talk just a little bit about the way we label things in churches. And I know in our church, we're guilty of this. We have Sunday school classes. Nothing wrong with that. That has worked for generations. I don't know that we'll be changing that anytime soon, but just the thought of a class, what do you think of? A school, which is what? Sunday school. And so you come and you learn and you go home. But really, church should be more than that. Church should be a gathering of people who have something in common, that they are doing life together. So whether you have an adult Bible fellowship group, a life group, a Sunday school class, whatever it is that you're the leader of, I'm going to encourage you to find ways for your class to do life together. Now, part of that is those fellowships, inviting people over to houses, eating, just talking. You don't have to have a Bible study to have a fellowship. Just get together and live life together. I think about some of the other groups that we adults are involved in, whether that's helping our kids with, let's say, a ball team, baseball team, a dance team. We'll just take those two situations because that's two items that are very popular in our area. Nothing wrong with those at all. But there's a lot of time and a lot of money that goes into each of those. And what you see are people who are together. They travel together to regional tournaments and to regional dance competitions. They live together. They eat together. They have something in common, and that is their love for the sport or the love for the dance. Nothing wrong with that. But to me, that exhibits community so much more than what a lot of churches have in their church as a whole, as well as in Sunday school. So there again, let me encourage you as the class leader to find ways to develop community in your class. And it's not that we have to go back and mirror the first century church, but we do need more of a sense of community. More than just coming together for 45 minutes to an hour, learning a lesson, praying for each other, and going home and forgetting about it for another 7 days until we come back again. There's more to community than that. So that's my words of encouragement. I hope they're words of encouragement, not words of discouragement. But anyway, I'm going to be thinking of some ways and actually asking my class that question. How are some ways that we can be a community of believers better? Now, granted, some people don't want that. They're not used to it. So you might have a little bit of opposition. So that's all I have for this week. Don't forget to pray for your class.